Hello everyone, welcome back to our YouTube channel. So, in continuation with our series of join, today we will be focusing on full outer join or full join. So, like I told you, that the syntax for all the four are going to be same. So, what I'm going to do is first I will be copying the same thing. Okay, I'll be pasting it here. And now what I'm going to do is that I will be replacing right with full. So, just to remind you what is the meaning or why we are putting these things at and the positions we are giving, I will just remind you, give a small quick update over it or a quick review over it. So, here you can see that we are telling them we are giving a query that please select employee ID and ID from both tables. Okay, then the name of employee, their designation, and gender. Okay, first of all, we are telling them that which are the columns that we want to view. Okay, if there is any common column in table A and table B, we are specifying the path, right? That I want to see the ID from employee table, and also I want to see the ID that are in employee info table. Now there are other columns like name, designation, gender. So we are clear that there is no ambiguity here, right? Ambiguity means that the same column is not there in both the tables except the ID column. So in this case, we are sure that because we are the one who have created the table and we know like what is the data there in it. But going forward, when we will be working in a project, there will be scenarios that there will be a big table, like there will be multiple columns over there and you have to join more than one table at a time. So it's always a good idea to use the whole path for calling any column. So this will, this will reduce your time in fixing up that ambiguity if you follow this procedure. Okay, so now coming back to this. So I have updated this query and you can see that only thing I changed is that full join should be there. So after telling about the columns that I need, I'm telling that from where I want to get those columns. So I want that column from employee table and I want to get a full join means I want all the data that is there in table A and table B. So I'm telling like full join from which table you need to do that. So employee information. So I'm telling that I need data from both the tables. And where I need the data, so where employee ID will be equal to employee ID for both the different tables. But since here it is going to be a full join, it will be showing me all the data. Okay. Okay. So now let's run this query and see what happens. So this should run, right? So I'll run it. Oh, we got an error. Now, what is the error that is coming? We should know now that what is the error coming as how we will be fixing it. So it's good to get errors. So let's go down and see the message. So it's saying that set the default DB to be used by double clicking its name in the schema listed in sidebar. So there are two options that you can do that. One is you can directly go and select the table and select the database that you want to use. Okay. And also you can run this command. So I have already written use demo db, so I will be running this and now my database is set. So now we will run this query once again. So this should run now. We are again getting the error. Why are we getting this error? It is saying that employee ID is not recognized. Is there anything that we have written inappropriate in the syntax? So in order to check that, what we can do is we can just again replace it with left. Okay, and we can rerun this. So it is working fine with left join, but it is not working fine in case of full join. So the reason is not that we are not giving a correct syntax. Problem here is in case of MySQL, we cannot use full join. In order to achieve full join, we need to combine left outer join, right join, and we need to union it. So now let me show you how we can achieve this. So here on top, I have given that select employee ID, employee information, name, designation, all the columns that I need from left join. So this is fine for me. And again, I will use the same query. hmm, And now instead of left, I will say right. Okay, so I have these two query ready with me. So in case of left join, it will be focusing on the left table data. Whereas in case of right join, it will be focusing on right data. Right now, these are two different query. Now what I'm going to do is I will be removing this and enter. And now I will add a keyword named union. And what union is going to help me? It will help me to get all the data. So I will run this. Now I will run this. Please take a look. And now you can see that it successfully ran. And if we go here, let me increase this a little bit. So if we go here now, you can see that all the data, all the information we were having, or all the data that we have put in our both tables is now visible here. So we were having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there is ID from employee table up to 5. In case of ID, we have not added data for few of the IDs, and we also added our new ID which was not there in first table, the employee table. So accordingly, it is showing me all the data, and where there is no data in table A and table B columns, it is giving me as null. So in this way, we can see how we can implement the union concept and also how we can apply full join over here. So basically, union helps us to get the data from both the sides. So now we are having the data set that was there in table A, that was there in table B, and that was common in A and B. So this way we achieved full join. So this is all about this session. If in case you have any queries related to this session, please don't hesitate to ask. That's all for the day. Thank you so much for watching this session.